Hello and welcome to the Muslim BAWA show. Today we are far away from our studio. We are in the Ashanti region of Ghana to pick some information with regard to the good work of some individuals and their institution. Um, and I'm your host, Muslim BAWA Koli. Today we have one of our sisters who has been into this humanitarian act with several institutions and then involving her own working institution. Yeah. And so she is in the name of Sakina Rahman. Without wasting much time, we just turn to her, whatever we have, then we discuss it. So, Sisi, welcome on the show.
Thank you very much.
Actually, we just mentioned your name. But we'd love if you give us more insight of who you are, a bit of biography, whatever, and like a minute or two.
Okay. I think as you already said, you mentioned my name, and then I am actually a young married woman who has been through several institutions and then has been able to come out to where I am today. And then currently I am teaching at Alwafa Educational Complex at Sama, and then also acting as the assistant head at that place. So I think no one is okay for now.
It's okay for now. Okay. Taking into consideration the concept of our show, it's more of personality and then institution or organizational show, I should say that. My producer made it clear to me that you are from Institution for Humanity. But the name itself speaks for itself. So, do you mind telling us the history behind the Institution for Humanity, how it began, the date it began, and then...
Oh, okay. Actually, it's as you said, it speaks for itself. Institution for Humanity. It works for the communities that we live in. And then it actually started not with the name Institution for Humanity, but it started with in the cause of Islam. That we came as brothers and sisters, we decided to come together and then help our communities to make a meaning out of it, to be able to do or make impacts in some people's lives. So with that, we came together to form in the cause of Islam. So it had other people joining in from other organizations who were our sisters and brothers in the cause of Islam, which started around 2014. So coming together, putting ideas together, by 2015 we decided to now formalize it and make it Institution for Humanity, where we do our own thing and then we merged as one from the other foundations to form the Institution for Humanity. So I think that's all about it.
Okay, and then I want to be quite sure with regard to the kind of projects you undertake. There are some institutions who are more into changing the world through reading, some through what do you call it, mentorship, some through feeding the streets and so on. So, what work do you do?
Okay, actually, we've undertaken some few projects. We did feed the streets that last year, and then we did with collaboration with Sarah Foundation. We did a fun fair that is put a smile on the kids' face, and then we did a lot of projects with Sarah and then KR, and then I think now we are looking into doing a reading project, which is the educational sector. I think most of our institutions we do the humanity sector. We look at dawa, preaching, and then all that, but we forget our education sector. So now we are trying to look into the and then especially go into the reading of the English language, because we looked at our communities being an Islamic community, but it seems those of us reading, it's very we have low knowledge on the reading, so we want to help those kids to be able to read, so that in the near future not only the reading that will help, but when they go out they can be able to speak for themselves, because when you're able to read more, you know more words, that's when you're able to be loud and then you'll be able to speak for yourself. So
Okay, so if you are listening, she made mention of dawa. That means work which involve this religious let's say religious mentorship
Yes.
Just training.
Some
Exactly.
do training, some do religious mentorship.
So taking that into consideration, do you focus only on Muslim or humanity at whole?
When we started, we our main focus was on Muslims, but now we are trying to divert a bit. But the main focus is still Muslims, so we want to add other sects so that they also know that Muslim it's not only Muslims who we care about. We care about everybody in the community.
That is to the region and
Yes.
because taking into consideration this feed the street, I think most of your projects were the non-Muslims.
Yes, especially feed the street where feeding people on the street, so you can't tell whether this person is a Muslim or not.
Exactly. So in other words, indirectly, you are doing it for a whole.
Yes.
Good. And then I wanted to know with regard to the funding, how do you get funding for most of the project? Because feed the street, I quite remember I saw the project and then I joined the project. So it involves a lot of money and then other what do you call this program. So like how do you get funded? How do you fund this program?
Actually, getting funding for some of these activities is very difficult. So normally, especially for Feed the Street, what we did was to get sponsorship from people who wanted to collaborate with us to do the project. So that's how we got it. But for now, just as in like our next project, which we are looking at we are looking at ourselves, trying to get something from ourselves and then get some kind of sponsorship. If we are to get it, then we add it to what we do so that we can help.
Exactly. So if we are to get the fund, they add it to whatever they have and then make it a very good work. So you have members within your institution, or is just one man job or
Oh no, actually, I would say I'm not. I'm just a member of the founding committee, but we have members who are willing to help and then be part of it.
so on this note, we bring the first segment of today's show to an end, and then when we return, I think we'll be discussing more, taking into consideration who she is, a married woman. She loves to see kids. On that note, she'll be discussing with her the good parenting or say parenting.
Yeah, parenting.
Okay, so let's say parenting. So keep the dialogue on KR Live Media. When we return, we have a lot to show you.
I'm Yunusa Mohammed. Friends and enemies and loved ones used to call me Maji Okoro. Make sure you don't miss the Muslim BAWA show on KR Live TV. It's educative, it's entertaining, it's entertaining.
Hello everyone, keep watching the Muslim BAWA show on KR Live Media every Saturdays at 8 p.m.
Hello viewers, my name is Moidia BAWA, the CEO for Dia Charity Foundation, and I would urge you to watch the Muslim BAWA show on KR Live Media. Thank you.
Hello and welcome back to the second segment of today's show. And then we are still with our sister Sakina Abdul Rahman, and I'm still your host, the untouchable one, Muslim BAWA. As you already told you, we're discussing the parenting. Yes, exactly, parenting. So taking into consideration again our society, we are trying to change our country first before if we move it outside we do that. So let's take into consideration our country, Ghana, our normal localities. How do you see parenting together?
Taking our currently as in how parenting is going on. Actually, if I'm to rate it seriously, it has changed. Looking at first how someone could discipline somebody's child, and then now it's all about obianen. Let me say that it's really bad because now you can't discipline someone's child, and then in a way or two, it's changing our community. If you can't say bad about someone, so what's if the person is doing something bad and then that thing is going to affect the community in a whole? How do you stop that thing? So I think parenting us in now in our communities is really bad.
And what do you think is the cause of these recent problems?
Looking at it, I would say now everybody's taking his child to be his own, because I love the child so much. I don't want somebody to say something bad about that child. So I wouldn't want Ibrahim to be saying my child has done this, my child has done this, because it's going to pain me. But I'm forgetting that he saying that will stop that person from doing whatever he's doing. So me loving the child too much, it's being bad on my side.
Okay, so let's take your society per se. I know definitely there might be some instant or some example of these kind of things. If you should take a close look, how did it affect the kids and then the parents?
Let's look at in our community. I have one of this issue in my own family, but you look at how she treats her child and how she treats her sister's child. She can let the sister's child do everything in the house, but her own child is a princess in the house. So you're looking at that. In a way, it has affected the child because as at now, at the age of 2021, the child cannot even cook. And then when you look at the sister's child can do everything, cook, wash, do everything in the house. So in a way, she's destroying the child's life. Now, let's say she's a female, she goes to her family's, or she's a female, so she'll get married definitely. So looking at that, she goes to the family house, or she's even living with her husband. As you said, a way to a man's heart is through his stomach, and now she can't cook. So what will she do?
So I think that's what you see.
That is what I see.
You see.
But most men, that is what happens. That's what gets into your heart. Food,
Exactly.
you don't joke with it. So let's say for her, she didn't get that kind of good parenting. Let me say it that way. So that if she goes to her husband's house, she can't cook, she can't wash, she can't clean. Do you think she will be peaceful?
No.
So in a way, let's look at a child whose parents maybe he started doing some small absenteeism in school and that, and then you don't allow people to say it, and now the boy has started going to the internet cafe to do this sakawa thing that we see. So now look at what the boy has turned into. It can even make a boy turn into an umbrella.
More or less, like in other words, these problems we are facing within our society all are from this parenting.
Yes, because we wouldn't say a parent is someone, just your mother or your father. Whoever is guiding you is going to be a parent to you. So if you're not allowing other people to help guide your child will go wayward.
If you are not allowing other people to help guide the child will go wayward. So what do you think if we should put in place these kind of stuff are going to end with it?
I think for now we have to start from ourselves. We have to put aside that kind of thinking that we love our children so much that we can't do anything about it. We should let other people be able to discipline our child and feel that the person is doing it because the person loves the child, not because the person despises that child. So I think we should all start from ourselves. The change should start from ourselves.
Exactly. As the saying goes, charity begins at home. So before you change someone's child, make sure you work it out on your child. So I think you've done a very good job for us. But before then, let's just chip in quite short before we go to the final part of the show or the end of the second segment. Do you have any project with regard to Institution for Humanity?
Yes, as I said earlier on, we have an upcoming reading project that we want to do which we decided to target on schools because and then our target is the lower primary, that is from upper primary from class 3 to class 6, because that is where you can get them to be able to read. We get them to read the books, we do discussions with them, we do quizzes on them, we try to do spelling bees with them so that we know that whatever we were doing with them, they were taking it serious.
Do you seek to collaborate with other institutions too?
Yes, if we get the opportunity, we would want to collaborate with other institutions who have the same motive, because you might want to collaborate with somebody who would not have the same motive, but if we have the same motive, I think we are good to go.
Okay, if we have the same motive, we are good to go. So we bring the second segment of today's show to an end, and the second segment to an end. So when we return, is the fun time, the game time, the educative time, the entertaining part of it. So keep there, and then we are going for a very quick commercial break. When we return, you will love it.
The Muslim BAWA show is brought to you by Wellbeing Body Talk, Kylia's Glamorous, Susanna's Bleach, Shanti Creation, Holy Special, Sakina Believer Enterprise, and Z Bakery.
Hello, and welcome back to the fun time, the edutaining part of the show. We have several questions for you. I think after the questions, whatever you get, my producer will work on the reward. I can see you are watching. I'm trying to show you the questions so that you will see. Okay, so let's start. What is the name of the largest man-made lake in Africa, and where is it?
Africa. Africa farm. Man-made lake in Africa.
And where is it located?
Isn't it Lake Disenchant?
And where is it located?
Ashanti.
Thank you.
Marseille, exactly. You see, they are very cheap. My questions are very cheap.
That is very cheap.
Okay, which country is at the Gulf of? Which country is at the south of Ghana?
Which country is at the south of Ghana?
Yeah.
There's the sea, the Gulf of Guinea.
Nice one.
I mistakenly said it. Okay, no problem. So the next question is, how many regions were added to Ghana's previous regions?
6.
6. So now we have how many regions?
16.
On which date did Ghana become a republic state?
Again then. It's in, I think. Hey, you're ready? It's 1960, but it's, I think, July.
It's 1st July
Yes.
1960. I'll give you quarter of them.
Half.
I know it's quarter. And then, which president helped in the writing of the 1992 Constitution of Ghana?
The president helped in the writing of the 1992. I think it's Rawlings, because he was the president at that time.
Full name?
John Flight Lieutenant Jerry John.
Girl, you have done it again. Constantly raising the bar for us all. Girl, you make me so proud.
Final question.
Hey.
This is for.
I thought the question is finished.
No, there's a final question there. My producer gave me a final question. This is for a normal Ghanaian. If you don't mind, and I know you mind, reciting the national anthem for us.
So should I stand to recite it?
Yeah, you can sing it, you can recite it anyway.
Hey, my voice is not nice.
It's okay. We will cook.
Okay.
We'll just send to this musician, they will edit it for us. So that.
God bless our homeland, Ghana, and make our nation great and strong. Bold to defend forever the cause of freedom and of right. Fill our hearts with true humility, make us cherish fearless honesty, and help us to resist oppressors with all our will and might forevermore.
Yeah, she has it right. And then there's no wonders in here because she's assistant headmistress of a school, so it's cool. But before we bring the show to an end today, I think you would love to give us your final word to the viewers out there.
To the viewers out there, I think all I have to say is that whatever we do, we should do it for the sake of God. We shouldn't do it just because somebody is watching or just because we want somebody to praise us. Whatever we want to do, whatever you are doing for someone, just do it for the sake of God, so that in the end, God will bless you, and then it wouldn't be like you just did it for people to praise you or people to just know that you've done that. Then I think that's what I have for our
Okay,
viewers.
so if you are helping, help because of God, not for fame, not for people to hail you. And with this, we say a very big thank you to you for being on our show today. And then a very big thank you to my crew. You know, back in Accra, we have the team. In Kumasi, we have extra teams. So let me just put it in. My director today, as usual, is chemist, and then my DOP is NS, and then in Kumasi we have another correct DOP that we usually work with. That is Colin Supremo. Colin Supremo, yes. And then our producer Sarata GH. So if you are just tuning in or if you are just watching this video, make sure you subscribe to our YouTube channel, KR Live Media on YouTube. Facebook is KR Live Media. And then before I go there, do you have social media?
Okay, the one for Institution for Humanity, we have it as Institution for Humanity on Facebook. And then for me, I don't need my social media.
No problem. She doesn't want to share hers. So Institution for Humanity is just on Facebook now, and then I think WhatsApp. So we will leave the contacts below if you want to join the page, so that you join the page exactly. And then if you want to follow their post on Facebook, it's up there. You can do that. And then don't forget KR Live Media on Facebook, KR Live Media on Twitter, KR Live Media on Instagram. Website is www.krlives.com. Lives is LIVEZ.com. So with this, we'll bring today's show to an end and we'll see peace.